Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to 24 Chambers of Film. I'm Steven. This is Nathan, and today we got another trailer reaction to Nightbitch. And it's not
What'd you
about
call
Nathan.
me?
Wow, that's funny that I was saying that. Yes, the movie's called
I knew,
Nightbitch.
I knew you were gonna, I knew you were gonna do that.
Shut the. No, what do you mean? I didn't give you any tell.
Yeah, I know you too good though. I'm in
All
your
right.
head.
All right, so yeah, the movie's called Nightbitch, and it stars Amy Adams and has a pretty good cast. I see Scoot McNairy's in there. So yeah, let's. Have you heard anything about this movie?
No freaking idea what this is about.
How do you feel about Amy Adams as an actor? She's the
I
lead in
like
this
her.
one. Yeah.
I'll be honest, and this might not be a popular take here, but I think she's a great actress. But I think a lot of times they try to pass her off as better looking than what she actually is in movies.
Okay. I'm sure people probably feel like that. I think she's attractive, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I can see where you're coming from with that. Anyways, let's get into this trailer. All right, ready? You
All
guys
right,
ready?
let's
All right,
do it. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
He's super cute. Do you just love getting to be home with him all the time? Yeah, I do. I love it.
You're an artist, right?
Well, I used to be.
Wow.
But that feels like a lifetime ago. So
Yeah,
totally.
definitely.
We get it. I used to be a stripper.
The before times.
Yes. Nobody in this family can clean their own butts.
No. Oh, that's okay.
If you wake him up, I will rip your throat out.
Okay, for what it's worth. I would kill to stay home with him every day.
Mama fuzzy.
I'm not fuzzy. I just feel off. Look at my teeth. See how sharp they are?
It's a little bit weird.
It changes you. It connects you to some primal urges.
I feel like I'm stuck.
Make up a plan, draw up a schedule. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice.
I'll try. I'm never going to be smart, happy, or thin ever again. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I'm turning into a dog.
You're so funny.
Do you ever feel like the big secret is that we are gods? We fucking create life. We're so powerful.
What the fuck?
I could crush a walnut with my vagina.
Wow.
I am a woman. I am an animal. I am Nightbitch.
Good song choice.
Speak to me. Where did you go?
I am her run.
All right.
So
Nightbitch.
just by the name, and the thumbnail, right, that
Mhm.
showed up, I thought it was gonna be like a horror movie. I mean,
Mhm.
I feel like maybe it's supposed to be a horror movie, but it's like a funny horror movie.
Maybe,
Um, but
maybe more like,
not what I was
yeah, not
expecting
straight
at
up
all
horror as
whatsoever.
it is.
It almost you know what God, what's that show that was on Netflix, Santa Clarita Diet or something?
Oh yeah. I love that show.
That that's what I think of when I see this.
Okay, yeah.
Like
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 the
just
humor,
yeah, it's like they're
but it's
taking a
also,
very dark
yeah.
subject or what's supposed to be horror and they're making it comedy, which works. But my honest opinion, I don't think that trailer sold me on it at all. Like,
Mm.
and then I'm assuming she's turning into a werewolf. I don't know.
Oh, dog.
But but then I was thinking werewolf when they started showing that, and then she looked like a regular dog, you know. So I was a
It
little
even
bit
says that.
like,
I feel like I'm turning into a dog.
yeah, but like, is it supposed? But yeah, she could say dog, not realizing she's a werewolf. No, I guess right. I'm looking at the poster here, and it's a
Yeah,
bunch of dogs.
yeah. Those are
I don't know,
dogs.
man. I was just not freaking out. That is not what I expected at all whatsoever.
Okay, let me go. I mean, look, I've heard about this movie since last year, and it sounds interesting. I wasn't too shocked because I think it's more about like a mother having a mental breakdown more than anything. Now, is she really turning to a dog? Maybe, maybe not. We have to watch the movie, but she's clearly having, uh, a kind of a breakdown since being a mother. And yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect, if it was going to be kind of more horror or if it was not going to be horror. To me, it kind of seems like psychological comedy thriller ish, maybe a dark comedy more than anything. But I'm down for it. I think it looks funny. I think it's going to be funny. And have a lot of dark sense of humor in there. I like the cast that I see. I think Amy Adams looks great. I wouldn't be surprised if she might be getting some potential Oscar buzz, depending obviously how the movie is. But just from the trailer, she looks like she's going to deliver. One thing that I like about this is that she looks like a real mom in the movie. She doesn't look like some. She looks like
Find
she's.
what a real mom looks like.
No, I'm saying like she looks like.
No. I want to know what a real mom looks like.
She doesn't look like a Hollywood mom. She looks like in a Hollywood more typical movie, she'd be looking fit
Get
still.
more descriptive. How does a
No,
mom? Are
she'd
you
be
trying
look.
to say mom?
No,
So you're trying to say moms look overweight, beat down? No, I'm just messing with
are you gonna let me finish or no? She just looks like an authentic person, not
you.
like
Yeah, she looks
some.
like a real person. She doesn't
Yeah,
look like
she
a
doesn't
like
look. She
fake.
doesn't look. She doesn't look like a fake
She
Hollywood
looks
mom.
stressed out.
Yeah,
She looks
that's
like
what I'm
she's
saying.
going through
She's not
the
trying to.
motions.
She's not trying to look like. She's trying to be like how
She
people
looks like
that
a
are
real life human being.
like a human being that's like not makeup glizzied up and all that
You
shit.
can see him down the
Yeah,
street at the supermarket,
exactly. She
wherever.
looks like a regular person, is what I'm saying. She doesn't look like a person portraying a mom in a movie.
Yeah.
So I really like that, and yeah. So and like I said, the cast looks great. The director, I haven't seen her other. Maybe I did see one of her other films. I have to look
This is
again. But
based on a book. I don't know if
it
you
is.
read the book or
I
anything.
have not. I have not read the book. But I saw that it's based on there. Um, uh, Marielle Heller. She did. What movie did she do? I think that I saw that. She did. Oh man, I know she did A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which I have not seen. With Tom Hanks, where he plays Mr. Rogers. So that's. I
Yep.
think that was her
She
last
did.
movie.
Oh no, she acted in MacGruber.
No, no, no.
Uh,
So I haven't.
the director.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen her. I know she's an actor, but I haven't seen her previous films. I just remember, I've wanted to see them, but I haven't seen them because I did want to see Can You Ever Forgive Me with what's her name from Bridesmaids? Oh, Melissa McCarthy, and it looked good. And then A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, I wanted to check out, and that Diary of a Teenage Girl. Someone recommended me that movie, and they said it was good. So I just haven't watched them yet. They're on my watch list, so I'm gonna have to catch up before I watch Nightbitch. But I think to me, I'm sold. I'm gonna be there day one in the theater to watch this movie for sure. And like I said, it looks like it's gonna be an interesting, fun film. But yeah, it might not be for everyone, obviously.
Well, I'm gonna honestly, I don't even know. I might pass completely. I don't like. I'm just not a fan of movies where
You just don't
they're
like
supposed
female
to be.
empowerment movies or anything like that, huh?
What does this have to do with female empowerment, dude? She's turning into a dog. How's that empowering?
I think it's more of
Like,
a metaphor. So I was just saying, you can see her
so
saying stuff in the trailer.
I just don't. I don't like movies where they take like something that's supposed to be. And I could be completely wrong. Maybe it wasn't meant to be horror, but like I said, it reminds me of that Santa Clarita Diet, which I did not like. It reminds me of that kind of
You
stuff.
didn't like
And I'm
Santa
just
Clarita Diet?
no, I
Get
didn't.
out of
I
here,
only
bro.
watched a little bit of it, and
Get out of here.
then Scoot McNairy, right? Like I used to like him as an actor, but I feel like he's a one shtick actor now, and like I don't think his personality changes from role to role. Like when you see him in Argo, I thought he did a really good job in Argo, and then I watched Narcos, Mexico season 2 and 3, and he did an okay job, but I feel like his acting range is kind of limited, honestly.
Watch the movie Killing Them Softly.
I've seen that.
He's
But
in there too,
that's
and he's
old.
great.
That's old. I feel like when he was younger, he was better. And as the time has gone by, like I don't know what it is. He's gotten. I don't know if it's maybe just the roles that they're
I think
giving
it's
him.
just the roles he's getting. I don't think it's more.
So
like,
he needs. I would like to see him in other stuff because man, I just don't like.
He's good in 12
look,
Years a Slave. Have you seen 12 Years a Slave? He was good in that one
yes,
too.
again, he's just got this thing about him that's somewhat comedic without him trying to me. And I feel like
So you want him to change his face, bro? What do you want? What do you want?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But again,
You
or
haven't seen him.
his
You gotta
old
watch him in Liar Liar Crocodile, dude.
his. I actually have seen that because my kids like that movie,
I know.
but I again, I think his older stuff is better. I'm not saying it's
I
him.
would
I
agree.
just think the
I get what you're
roles.
saying. I agree that he hasn't. I think
He
he
kind of
started
comes
off
off
with
as a little bit of a wise ass.
listen. He started off strong with his choices of making movies and his roles, and they kind of have now not been as, I guess, interesting and exciting as when he first started. I get what you're saying. I feel like he's kind of the later roles have been kind of, not, I want to say dull, but just they haven't been as interesting as his previous work when he started in 2000, like when you really started seeing them when like in 2009 and like early, like 2009 2014, I guess. So yeah, I get what you're saying about him, that I think maybe he needs to, who knows, maybe he delivers something in this one, is really focuses on Amy Adams, but hopefully he gets a good amount of screen
I'll
time.
say this. For this not being my type of flick, though, just Amy Adams looked like she's gonna knock it out of the park.
No, yeah.
I think again, it's not. It's just not my type of flick from what
Yeah.
I've seen. But she does look like she does she's gonna knock it out of the park with her performance. I'll give it like she can act.
Yeah.
I could see like she's someone who I think there's some people who make it and you're like, oh, they made it because of this or that or this. Like she straight up just can act. So I
Yeah.
don't think there is a.
And I think,
go
no,
ahead.
I agree. No, I'm just saying, I just think, like, honestly, I think this movie's probably not going to perform amazing in the box office. I think it's probably going to be a little too weird if I had to guess. Hopefully I'm wrong and it's good and it does, and if it is good, hopefully it does well. But if I had to guess, I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to really be a box office, super success, if I'm being honest, just because I think it's just maybe a little too weird for general audiences to like, okay, I'm going to check this out. Unless it gets crazy Oscar buzz and a good, or just crazy critical reception, and it gets a lot of like word of mouth. That's maybe the only way. But as like just a straight up like seeing the trailer, I think people are going to feel kind of like you, where you're just kind of like, might not be for me. If I watch it, it'll be at streaming,
Well, it just because I'll tell you what it is when it comes to this, when it comes to that trailer, and I'm looking at it from the perspective of the everyday person. When you see someone who's going to transform into something like a dog or an animal, like you're expecting something that looks like, oh, like that's going to be like there's a wow factor to it, but you turn into a regular dog,
Well, yeah, and I think that's where the thing is. Like, I don't think it's trying to be a horror movie. I don't think it's
No, but I'm
yeah.
saying like that concept for them is then difficult because now someone's gonna go. I don't know, who knows how long she's gonna be in dog form throughout the entire movie.
Mhm.
But now you're expected, to sit there and watch basically just a dog, running around doing whatever they do. And I think it's just harder for people to swallow that pill and say, I'm going to do that.
No, now definitely if it was more of a horror, if it was a horror movie and she was transforming into like
Well,
a
when
dog.
you look at the description here, it says comedy horror film.
So yeah, I mean, I don't. That's what I'm saying. It really leans into the comedy from the trailer. So I'm curious, and look, if you look at things, sometimes they're misrepresented in the beginning before they're released. The actual genre. I've seen plenty of movies where it actually gets removed later on because like, oh, this isn't actually a horror
The poster
movie.
too. I don't know if you've seen the actual poster for it.
Yeah, I love the actual poster. It looks great.
It looks dark. It looks somewhat dark. It's not
it's not all shut. Like I'm saying, I think I would love it if there's more horror elements to it and stuff like that that's being held from us from the trailer. But I like a good comedy horror, and like I said, that can always be good or bad because I think maybe the blend doesn't always work for a lot of people, and they want more of the horror instead of the comedy. So I'm curious because I don't know exactly where this movie's going to go. Now, here's the other thing: is she actually turning into a dog, or is that like just a psychological thing? So that's the other thing that I'm trying to figure out.
I hope at least they make that she's turned into a dog because I hate when movies.
That's what I'm hoping for, that she's actually turns into a physical, like that's like a real thing and not just something in her head.
The only time that I've ever liked them using like mental, like whatever's going on in someone's mind, is in the movie Identity.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Other than that, I hate when they do that because I think it's just such a cop out for having to make up a good story that makes sense. You'll be like, oh, it's all in their mind, and then
and that's
like
fair.
Shutter Island, Shutter Island. Like I thought the movie was great. The fact that it's all in his head though at the end just ruined it for me. Like it was such a good movie to me up until that point because I don't know.
I can see like if you wanting the other route of it being all real and stuff like that. I totally get that, but I get the idea of what they're trying to talk about when it comes to the the
The
mental health
reason I
issue.
liked Identity is I think Identity set it up nicely so that when it came out, it was a lot easier to be like, I can see why. I can see it, right? Because they were showing you the flashbacks in the middle of Identity
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. And it just made perfect sense. Where a lot of times it's like
yeah.
they'll give you such a small crumb that most people won't pick it up. And then all of a sudden you're supposed to be like, oh yeah, it's it's in their mind.
But also with Shutter Island, I think it work for me. Why it works is because you're not really seeing stuff. Everything that's happening in the movie is happening. It's people doing a performance for him. They're doing an experiment on him so he doesn't get lobotomized. So with the motive and the reason, to me, it's justified and it works. Now, now you could be disappointed by that for sure, but I feel like it's not like
And a
something where
Shutter Island
and,
is
and you
not sorry,
and you only get
just to say
glimpses of his perspective where things are there,
sorry,
not there.
Shutter
Yeah,
Island is not one where
yeah.
I was disappointed in that, but I don't think it was a bad
Yeah,
movie
yeah, okay, yeah. But I get
because
what you're saying,
it
like movies where it's like, and I enjoy this movie, but yeah, I always prefer things to be actually there than like High Tension. Remember that movie?
oh, I hated that. Hated it. I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
that in theaters.
yeah,
I was so
yeah,
mad when I left
yeah.
that movie
So
theater because
I don't dislike it like you, but yes, I wasn't crazy about what the ending was. You know?
maybe I think I've only seen it one time.
Yeah,
I saw it in the movie theaters. And
been a while
again,
since I've seen it too.
when you see it, I don't remember there being any clues that it was multiple personalities and she could potentially end up being the killer herself, I don't remember any breadcrumb left for you to try to figure that out. It
Yeah,
was just like all of a sudden out of the blue, it's like, so
yeah.
she's the yeah, I was
He's like
just like,
I honestly want to rewatch it because it's been such a long time that like just to see it now because I obviously know the ending and I've seen it before, but it's been a long time that like seeing if like was there any like good clues that felt justified for the ending. Because I remember when I first saw it, I was also kind of like, what?
ooh, tell you that one got me mad. When I left the theater, I was that movie and then what's the other one? Bug. Those two movies.
No, Bug is good. Bug is dope.
I
I can't agree
Bug
with
just
you on
about
that
two
one.
crackheads essentially, dude.
I can't agree with you on Bug. I can agree with you on High Tensions, but not Bug because or I could somewhat agree with High Tensions because I do need to rewatch it. But Bug, I really liked Bug. I think that
Oh,
was a
I didn't.
great film. It was a very bleak, fucked up movie that I enjoyed. I loved Michael Shannon and what Ashley Judd in it were
And I
great.
like Michael Shannon a lot as well. And I
Whether
was
whether
like, God,
whether you don't like what is going on in the story, I think everything else is so really well
he did a
executed.
great job
So
acting. I'll give him that, but I just fucking hated the movie, you know?
yeah, and I know people probably feel similar too about it, because it definitely. I think people kind of lie on that camp how you're talking about when it comes to psychological films, like where it can feel like a cheap trick. You know what I mean? But I like Book a lot, so I can't be on that camp.
Well, clearly you're just wrong, but we'll let it go this time.
No,
All
Bug's
right,
good.
forget it. Who cares? You're wrong about Bug. Let's move on.
No, I'm
Uh,
right.
when it comes
Let us know.
to this Night Shift, or sorry, I'm on Night Shift.
Nightbitch.
Well, that's the vampire one, right? That's on Netflix. Night Shift,
I think. Oh yeah, with the no, it's
yeah,
day shift.
or is it day? Okay, when it comes to Night Bitch, will you be watching it? What do you think about it? Have you read the book? Is the book a scary horror book or is it comedy? Like, if you can fill us in on that, that'd be great because
Or is
it'd
it
be good
both?
to know. Yeah. Is it a combination? And let us know what you think about the actors, like Amy Adams and Scoot McNairy. I'm Nathan. This is Steven. We're 24 Chambers of Film. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It was appreciated if you guys to smack a like on the video and if you guys to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.